winner of the last round in Latvia, Martin Sesks, in stage 3. It looked dramatic. Skoda came unstuck on the day's second stage. There was heavy damage to the back of the car. He even lost his...
Victor Frank's trying to come around the outside of Ostreng. Evshan holds on. Oh, Baby gets a little nudge in the door from Ostreng, and Franks finishes him off. We went and had a chat with him yesterday. He was saying how much he's enjoying himself around the outside. Elias Svensson, nail it in that polo. Go on, it'll pull out of that. Start going to get squeezed from both sides. Moves straight across, slams the door in everyone's face. Thank you very much. I might be leading, but I am not going to be worrying about not taking risks as well. Multiple champion in different categories in this machine. A winner earlier on this year in Holliers, gets the whole shot to the inside. I think it's Janssen who's been round the outside, Ericsson. We're looking forward to seeing him pull those kind of moves off again soon. Oh no! Bowdens and Hukar. Bowdens wanted to go Joker.
No fue un despiste, sino que bueno, el auto cuando apoyaba en curva girando a la derecha, el auto zapateaba.
En todo el año con pilotos invitados. Aquí está, a ver. Aquí está Olave. Bustos.
Ahí es el toque. Mirá, impresionante, ¿eh? Bueno.
Tremendo.
Mirá las vueltas que da.
Tremendo. En una parte que Maudo la sufre Mark Kuriger porque está hermano Chetu y lo pegaron a Lisandro San Pietro. Lo tocaron a Lichi San Pietro, mirá donde lo suman.
Ya no existe la diferencia de Pavón a Ribota y a Richarte. Se han juntado los tres primeros. Ahora vuelve a la carga Ribota, vuelve a la carga Richarte. Ya Pavón.
Van a venir para el quinto giro. ¡Ay! Se pasó, una lástima. Gonzalito bien que no le pegue nadie.
Joaquín Hong es el primero. Intenta y quiere más.
Me lo mandaron al pasto.
Se complicó.
A Leonel Giles.
Vamos a ver, ahí está el trompo, justamente muy arriba, Aaron. Esa parte está muy sucia y muy complicado. Le agarra un toquecito que vamos a ver si no le... se empiezan a hacer hasta 3 filas Jorge Guedes con esa gran posición de arrancano. Contacto ahí atrás. Es Germán Quiroga. Es también el número 11. Que ver, ahí está el 69. Es que estaban en 3, Cari.
Sí.
Y ahí sube Germán. Sí, justamente le pega también, Cari. El primer contacto donde empieza todo es Germán Quiroga con Omar Jurado.
Para poder hablar varias cosas. Ahí estamos viendo la parte superior, Rod.
Es el trompo de Aarón. Que algo debe haber pasado porque está caída esa esquina y no se contactos. Y justamente vamos a ver ahí el trompo del auto número 63, Cari, de Marco Omar. Eso tardó tanto en poder bajar. Rubén, ahí está el contacto, es Jake Cosío.
Otra vez Jake.
Lamentablemente, ¿qué 2 carreras ha tenido Jake últimamente, Cari? Contacto en la parte trasera, hay un trompo atrás, ¡hay contacto aquí!
No puede ser.
Rodrigo Rejón. Rodrigo. Neta, venía bloqueada, no, ahí hay un problema, ya hay mucho humo, no sé si otro contacto. Ahí venía, la parte del medio. Le ayudó Eloy, Cari, le ayudó Diego Eloy le ayudó.
Trabajo en equipo.
A Eric Galicia, muchachos, yo sé que están recuperando. De ahí ya le viene pegando Eloy. Y después Diego se los encuentra. Y el pobre de Eric es el que termina ahí girado.
Oye, y espera, atención, aquí tenemos de nuevo la repetición.
¿Quién se la llevó? Eric Galicia.
Ahí está.
Eric Galicia se la llevó, la giró y le rompió la camioneta tirando. Rodrigo Colombres, no, Alonso. Alonso se cerró con todo en un momento donde ya no había.
De las fechas, veamos qué tienen por dar todavía estos pilotos.
Trompo de nuevo, accidente. Termina rematando en filas, ni Eloy Sebastián le permiten. Cuidado, contacto atrás. Otra bandera amarilla, Bob Espinosa, que termina trompeando la...
So poor getaway for Neri and Marty, and just straight into the side there. Let's have another look in the opening few corners of the restart. There you go. Simple as that. Chloe Chambers turning in.
Yuki Tsunoda going into the chicane. Oh, how are the stewards going to look at that?
There's no way you're saving it. He's been suffering with rear degradation. It's gone in hard. We're here at this old school track. But you can see the rears were already spinning up there. Around it went. So unfortunate, especially when you've got...
To Le Beausset. There's Mick Schumacher on the outside. Joe Guan Yu. Oh, just clips the back of the Haas.
The rear, hasn't he? can't really blame Mick for that. Mick was going the long way round, but deserved a bit of space given how far he was alongside.
He was going for the move, wasn't he, on the Haas? Oh, there was contact. That's what happened to of Kevin Magnussen. Oh, he's gone on the curb, come back to the track itself and gone straight into...
He didn't leave K-Mag much space, did he?
Chicane stranded, and here's the reason why.
Gets in way too deep along up the inside of Roberto Meri, and just has to lock it up and spin it round.
Oh, it's Hauger getting into him.
Yeah, so...
No, hold on. Yeah.
Oh, serious?
Let's see what happens to him as we make our way through turns 3 and 4. At the moment, there's contact there with Aaron Mason in front of us, with Junker Honkavori coming together, but have carried on going. Philip Sager is in there as well. Ah, there we go. Well, that'll do it, won't it? Loic Hartog spun around there.
Good, stay in that ride for next season. Let's see what happens.
Just loses the rear on the bump. It jumps out early in turn 1, and you hear the crunch as the hits the safer barrier over in turn 2. And that, I'm sure, came as a...
Saw it from the high V on board of Jen. And there he is backing into the wall. Kyle Kirkwood, who was right there near the leader, Joseph Newgarden.
Yeah. Kyle Kirkwood just gets in a little high, had to leave room for Joe.
Newgarden is in the wall. What are we seeing here? Yeah, something broke. So that is not his fault.
Watching right here. See the skid marks as the floor probably hit the ground. I'm going to guess that's a suspension failure or a tire perhaps going down.
Qui a tapé et le caméraman qui arrive juste derrière, et là ça bouscule. D'autres informations. Ah, il y a une touchette avec, eh bien je pense avec Fabien Barthez. On va voir ce qui se passe. Regardez Michael Laurent, il vient là à l'intérieur, il vient vraiment de trop loin. Il bloque une roue et il vient toucher Teddy Clairet. Et regardez le car contrôle de Teddy Clairet qui garde les gaz à fond, qui parvient à ramener sa voiture.
A little bit deep, has a moment. That was very bizarre. As he started to turn in there, couldn't get the car turned in, it's all down to the inside. Committed, and then he just washes up a little bit and gets into him. I think that may get the call, unfortunately, for Marco there. Yeah, that was... Had to go out and let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, it gives him a nudge into the brake zone. Just enough to turn him around. So I wonder if Jason slowed, and then suddenly Brian had to take evasive action and just running over the curb. Maybe it broke a toe link or something. Very deep in there. Let's take a look. It's a cut down tire or a locked up tire. May have been a bit of both by the end of it. Oh, he gets a nudge there from the 888 machine.
Oh, and it hooks back the other way. That was a huge impact.
Down to the inside. Gets really tight there. Oh, Cugliari gets turned and Strymer goes with him, like in unison.
And Rude goes through.
Wow. Take another look at it. Tucks it to the inside. Got tight there with Ricker. Just got clipped and pinched and spins it around. And
oh, and this is right by a battle for the lead in TC as well. Just as that was happening, Bohm and Williams going side.
I think it actually is. Yeah, you can see.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
The curb's still very much wet. Well, I don't.
Just as I was saying it.
Yeah, the impact.
Big lead that he built as, it was a daredevil move from Joachim Olander, wasn't it? Carrying too much speed into the hairpin, and that made contact with Ingvar Madsen, sent Ingvar around. He was completely an innocent bystander, Nico. He lost a number of places, but has gained many of those back again. And there you can see, I think John Mortique was involved in that as well.
Yeah, actually also behind Angel. Oh, and that... I was about to say, obviously that penalty doesn't allow Alicia Donner to get on terms with Luca Nomi.
Does dive to the inside. It was a late move from Marco Pulcini, but it was a fair move, and well done to... Oh no, Dahlmeier, I was about to say. for avoiding any contact.
Warmer conditions, yes, tomorrow. There's the incident for Freddie Tomlinson. A big hit into the barriers, front and rear damage, although the team were telling me that most of the damage was centred on that right front corner, as you can see.
Driver that we've got in strife, you're on board with it, is Blanchimont, in fairness, and he turns in, and off he goes, and into the barrier. Oh, that's done, damn it, that's out.
Yes, we're not going to see that car start the race. Through the chicane, he's got Davidson behind him into the second apex, and there's a bit of a wobble. He's delayed, gets off the throttle, and Davidson had no time to react, gets into the back of him.
With Michael Igoe going for a gap that I'm not sure was there, and that speared Mia Fluid bang into the tyre wall, and that's why, Andy, we've got the safety car.
And this is how he got there with a big lose over the top of Radion. Towards the barrier he goes. Couldn't see there whether he made contact with the tyre wall, but either way the tyres will be flat spotted, and Phil Keeney did hit the barriers heavily.
Make a touch of contact with Bryce Aaron. We lose them behind the building critically, and by the time we can see them back in shot, you can already see at the top of the screen there, which was the major issue. I think it was Bryce Aaron just squeezing a little bit on Matthew Rees. Then down the inside of Javier Segura, who tried giving enough room. But
oh my goodness, it's even. Oh! Now that is going straight for the wall, isn't it?
No, he should be
How
okay.
has he kept that out of the barrier? And he just suddenly loses it. It's in that dip. He just suddenly lost it, and he thought, right, I'm not getting in that barrier.
God.
Well saved. Do you know what? There was
instant deflation, and the let's take a ride on board.
And you'd think that Kurt could go as...
Oh, hang on to it, Kurt. Hard into the wall.
Wow. That was a hard hit for that right rear quarter panel, and you see the damage.
Oh, yeah, there was a failure.
Yeah. The right rear tire maybe looks down.
With the 7 getting loose, is that what happens?
Looks like the 7 got into to McDowell, and then behind him there was some contact.
So, I mean, 50, 75 feet down pit lane, a huge hit. It was great to see Blaney get out, but so thankful for both Ryan and everyone on pit road. The pit wall is not like that, or the wall. You don't want a car hitting that at speed.
Look how high Hamlin is. Remember, he was a car on the bottom, and he just ran Chastain up the racetrack, and then trouble ensued behind him.
Christopher Bell hits the wall as well. We see that in the top corner of the screen, a 20 car.
What he was dealing with. Oh, yeah. Yep. The sparks are a clear indication that either a tire down or a suspension failure or something. The car traveled and...
The son like, yes, yeah, you're mad, I get it. It was on me, my mistake. Doesn't make it any better for the 36, but that is a huge wreck.
Yeah. Fear is he's in such a vulnerable position.
So now the spin, and look at all the smoke. So you want to say, all right, here's where I want to go, but you're just trying to miss him. And then it happens that quick. I mean, that decision has to be made.
It is, and you see just the difference between this and say that 45 next-gen car, how much different they look. This 18, I've always heard, you know, those fold up.
Thompson. Looked like Dean had to chase it up the hill a little bit, and he finally had to turn the steering wheel to avoid running into his teammate. Looked like Haley Deegan maybe squeezed Todd a little bit. Haley was in that one truck. It just got tight down there. They were 3 wide, and
something broke for sure. The grip.
Oh, see, he was side by side, and looks like it has a look like maybe the 73.
Ooh, a little help from behind there on Amber.
Yeah, it looked like Jason Kitzmiller, the 97, got into Amber as they were going into the tunnel turn, and then nowhere for these other drivers to go. Because the right side of our screen there, you see the 18 of Sammy Smith. That was very close. Obviously, we can't guesstimate whether there was any contact or not, but
llegando a esta zona revirada, esta zona lenta en la que siempre hemos destacado las diferentes trayectorias. ¡Atención, caída! Caída por detrás, ha habido un toque de los pilotos. Al sur han tenido que abandonar. Maxwell Todd también ha continuado en esta carrera. Así que de momento 3 abandonos, piloto, doble caída.
Perfectamente te puede ganar la carrera. Perfectísimamente.
Fíjate, tenemos caída, triple caída.
De lo que ha hecho en las 3 primeras vueltas, cuando se ha puesto al frente, yo digo, yo seguro que intenta acabarse porque... Uy, caída.
Tenemos caída, atención.
Into turn 1.
Indeed, he is. He certainly is, and he's followed closely by second place, but no, sorry, Derek.
He's
he's wide, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
taken
he's
the
wide.
long route.
Yeah, and yeah, that's it, just really wide.
So there he is.
Middle of the pack, number 18 there. Let's have a look. Does he clip Hickey? I think he does. That's what it was. It was the foot peg that clipped Hickey's bike. That lifted weight off the front wheel. The thing went down and he was just sent, yeah, right along the curb there. Did really, really well. Yeah, it's in the back of the shot. You don't know it. You don't really.
Oh, they both went off.
That was that might
That's
have been
unusual.
just that might have been just two individual crashes. That, which is Josh Brooks at the minute, and that's just to get in the shot. Oh, hang on,
that's Haslam, I think.
It is. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh, I was watching. I was on board. I think that was Brinton there. Oh, it was a huge crash. Oh, huge crash here.
Well, surely this will be at least a safety car, if not a red flag. Some is down. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
You know how I was saying when you get up along the inside and then suddenly it all tightens up and you end up coming together? That, I think, is unfortunately what's happened there. He was alongside him, but just as it tightens up.